What's up, Dice Crew? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. We got Varway and Adam22 speaking on 4 extras, return or not return to No Jumper. Let's tune in. I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all doing a reaction. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. Let's rock.
Either way, Wack told me yesterday that he had a conversation with some of 4X's friends, and word on the streets is that he is shopping his return interview and that the asking price starts at $50,000. So I'm just going to, off rip, take a step back and say the economics of No Jumper do not allow for us to pay $50,000 for an interview, especially when the food communities and you ain't hard foods of the world are just going to clip that and put it on the gram for everybody 5 seconds after it comes out. So I hope somebody pays him $50,000.
Now let me break it down for y'all if y'all didn't get it, or for those who didn't get what Adam just said. He's saying that when he dropped the content, a lot of people is going to take the content. They're going to post it. They're going to react to it. They're going to do all these things to it, which means that's considered like bootlegging, I guess, if that would be so to speak, right? Which means that a lot of the profit that will go straight to Adam is no longer going straight to him. Now, do he get certain wins in it? Like people, making sure his platform stay hot and relevant, and, if they ain't reacting and people ain't tuning in and taking pieces of your content, then your content probably ain't really hitting anyway. So yeah, he could win in that way. But financially, when you have all these people burning your CD, how you gonna just make your profit off your album? And y'all gotta pay attention to things like that, because it seems like it's a lot, and yeah, it's enough, and it is worth it, and people out here winning off of this stuff with this YouTube and all that. But you just gotta know that it's a certain method that you have to know to really win off this YouTube stuff. Like, go listen to Shannon Sharp break down how he made all that money off Cat Williams. Go listen to Vlad explain how he do it. Like, it's a certain type of method to where you can really eat off of it. But just off of what you just front, off the rip, see, it's not like that. But let's continue.
For an interview,
CNN was cracking.
I would love to link up after the $50,000 interview happens and do a more reasonably priced piece of content if he is still interested in rejoining the team and being part of the team and everything like that.
Do you feel some type of way? Because he's not coming to you for the first interview and your platform literally made him who he is to even be able to be asking for $50,000. So are you like, hold on, cuz we can't get the first interview?
And before Adam speak, I want to speak on that. I think a lot of people be overlooking that in situations. Not to take away from 4Xers on him being who he is to earn his position to be on No Jumper. However, a lot of times once individuals reach a certain level, people around be on some really praising the status that a person is at once they reach a certain level. But they not really remembering who was all giving opportunities or assisting or helping, however you want to word it, when it came to just coming in the gate in general or on your way up. Not saying that 4Xers ain't got the right to do whatever he want to do with his career and his business. He earned that right. However, I just feel like certain people got to still look at it for that too. Like right now, 4Xers can ask for 50,000, right? I mean, I ain't gotta say it. Y'all heard what Varway said. He in position to where he can request 50,000. Before Adam, he would try to ask the homie down the street for $50.
Thought we was ganging him.
I mean, I think that the thing about
Who he is to even be able to be asking for $50,000. So are you like, hold on, cuz we can't get the first interview? Like, I thought we was ganging them.
I mean, I think that the thing about For Extras is that he doesn't necessarily know this internet game as well as some of us. So I guarantee, like, when you see a picture of him with 20 dudes in the hospital room, he's probably got 20 dudes who realistically are fresh up off the block telling him what they think business-wise makes sense. And by all means, honestly, like, if he could get some very large amount of money from somebody else to do an interview, knowing that his return interview is going to be super viral,
Do that shit.
I would not stop him from doing that. You know, our situation is a little bit more modest, a little bit more reasonable. So
I'm not saying block him. I'm saying you don't feel no type of way by him not even offering it to you. Like, hey, Adams, I'm back out.
Yeah.
I got you. Don't put it out, Adams, until I go get this bread. You feel me? Then you can put your shit out. But I'm going to give you
You know, I'm gonna say this. I get it, but I think it would be like very selfish for Adam to like really view it that way. Right now, For Extras, he's going through something. So whatever he feel like he need to do and what choice he need to make to help him succeed or get better, or y'all get with the drift, that's what I think anybody should be in favor of. You feel me? Back to another music reference. But just like when you hear artists be talking about, you know, such and such want to see me win, so they just cut me out the contract when I asked about it. They ain't, you know, hold me back or nothing. Some people be talking about how they had to pay this, that, and all that, but, you know, they be like, man, they ain't try to hold me down. They let me free. And I think that's the mentality Adam should have with this For Extra situation, because he's in a situation to where he needs to definitely upgrade, level up, get better, succeed, whatever word that would fit this situation. Y'all get what I'm saying? And I just wanted to say that before I actually hear what Adam's response is. Come on.
first inside scoop, and I'm going to give you some extra that I'm not going to give them. It out, Adams, until I go get this bread. You feel me? Then you can put your shit out. But I'm going to give you the first inside scoop, and I'm going to give you some extra that I'm not going to give them.
it would be nice to be reached out to, just because, you know, I did reach out to him, haven't heard anything back. I went to go send him a voice note yesterday, and his text messages came up green. So I don't know exactly what that translates to, you know.
Because I seen Kevin Gates went to visit him, but then they said, yo, you couldn't go visit him. So is there some type of friction there?
Is restraining from like dealing with No Jumper right now?
We don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't think he's just not restrained. I think he probably felt like Adam was gonna come up there and get content.
But I feel like
No, and
Adam
he didn't
comes
think
to the
that.
blog.
Which I never said. Like, the only person I was talking to was Lupe. I said, yo, would it be cool if I pulled up Monday afternoon before I go do interviews or whatever? And she said, they're not really trying to have anybody come through. And then instantly we see the picture of Kevin Gates, and we're kind of like, oh, okay. I'm not going to, like, push the issue, though. But I never said one word about, like, can I pull up and do content? Can I pull up and do a vlog or whatever? Like, I didn't say anything like that.
I mean, because if we're being honest, you always showed moral support in regards to every time he was incarcerated. Like, and I don't think you ever, like, publicized that, did you? No, like, when you would go support him at his court dates?
We made a vlog about going to his court date one time, but
okay. But that's irrelevant. You gave him his platform, though.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's whatever he wants to do. Like, I look forward to having a conversation with him and talking about whatever he's been through over the past week and everything like that. But I also don't want to be the one who's like hitting him up,
pestering
him. We got to get this content. We got, I feel like that would be pretty
Not
insensitive.
even just like, we got to get this content, but hey, I see you back on the block. Like, what's up? Are you coming back to the building? Because he was on payroll. So from the outside looking in, it looked like it may be something there.
Some type of static.
You got denied the hospital visit. Your text turned green.
Shout out to Faraway, because he's definitely asking these questions that people want the answers to.
And there's no talks of coming back to the building thus far. Payroll. So from the outside looking in, it looked like it may be something there.
Some type of static.
You got denied the hospital visit. Your text turned green, and there's no talks of coming back to the building thus far. I'm keeping it a buck.
Listen, I'm in the dark.
I don't really think
I'm in the dark.
I don't really think he's thinking like that. I just think he knows this was a big deal. You seeing all that stuff on the internet, and like he said, he should be shopping to see who's gonna pay the most. And if you're not willing to give him the 50 and he can find it, then if he find it, I'm pretty sure he'll.
I mean, I think, shooting high It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with for 4Xers to shoot high. However, me myself, I don't think somebody gonna pay him 50,000 for no content when a lot of his content have already been put out. A lot of his certain stories and sensitive topics and passionate topics and jail free world house family, he's then told a whole lot of stories, and everybody already kind of understand what actually took place to a certain degree. But I mean, I guess it would still be great to hear it from 4X's mouth. But as far as just 50 bands, like, we gotta understand that sometimes we end up with more fame than fortune. You know what I mean? And right now, that's what 4Xers have. He have a whole lot more fame than fortune, which means that he don't necessarily got the receipts to say that he's worth 50,000 because ain't nobody gave him 50,000. Not to say that don't nobody, like, it ain't nobody out there who won't pay him 50,000. There could be a person out there who want to pay him $1 million. Who knows? You know what I mean? Everybody got their own reasons and their own knowledge and science and whatever might be beneficial to them. But outside of that, I think 4Xers to just stay in his good position, because No Jumper is a big platform and it's great for his career and his brand, as long as he can control himself and like don't let nothing tarnish him or his brand, and keep pushing the line he's pushing and leveling it up. But in the meantime, start pushing your like own channel. Start building your own channel and everything else.
Probably still tap back in with you.
But I'm saying he donated 1,000 to the GoFundMe as well. So at the minimum, for sure, you donated 1,000. Yeah, you could pull up to the hospital room.
Okay, that's what I was.
Just don't bring no cameras and we good.
I was about to ask about that. Do you feel like because like?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think the 1,000 is definitely good enough to get the hospital visit, or at least some type of like, give a person something. Maybe something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what they regular pay rate is between Adam and 4Xers, but I feel like paying him 1,000 was something appreciative, because he really don't have to pay him nothing. I hear a lot of people talking about what Adam got to pay, but people acting like 4Xers got hurt on the job. If anything, you almost probably can get sued yourself, depends on what's in the contract. Because you done went out here and got injured. You can't keep up with your bargain, your part of the bargain. You became a liability to my company and my brand and my business as well. Because you've been telling me, you got me for the next 9 weeks, and I'm relying on you for the next 9 weeks. Now I can't rely on you for the next 9 weeks because you done went out here and got yourself hurt. That's frowned upon. And people not looking at it that way, man. He ain't got hurt up there and slipped on the floor up at No Jumper because Lush wasted a 211. That's not the case. So y'all not getting it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't up there and the dog got him up there or something. That's not the case. He ain't did nothing on something that was doing something beneficial to that business and that job. He was doing 4Xers thing, doing what 4Xers do. So anything Adam do or anybody do is really just cause for being grateful and appreciative. And that be the thing, like, you'll put your cap on your own growth once you start viewing things from being a big head, from y'all heard me? That's how it go. Kevin Gates pulling up to the hospital and all that. I know that might seem extreme. I definitely rock with Kevin Gates. Shout out to him. However, that don't mean that you still just cut your whole program off. Because what do you want to do? You want to turn off into like a person who need what, or I don't know. Y'all let me know. Do 4Xers need to stay at no jumper as long as he keep it in control and not fall victim to it? Or do y'all feel like he need to just go ahead and just cut his ties with no jumper?
People have this perception of you having this infinite reservoir of cash. That sometimes that when you do extend yourself in a generous manner, that they look down on it.
Well,
like
I forget the dude's name, but there was a dude in here yesterday who, like, while I'm like busily walking around the office going to do something, he's like, "Man, why you only give 4 extra 1,000?" Which was kind of weird. It felt like I was reading an internet comment in real life. I'm like, he just like said that to me in the office, and I didn't even have like the energy to respond or whatever. I mean, honestly.
Wow, that's crazy. And then let that be, if you put the shoe on another foot or something, dudes would be saying something like, "Oh man, what kind of man is you to be counting another man's pockets?" Or, "Man, what kind of man is you to be trying to tell another man what to do with his money?" We all know you don't tell another man what to do with his money. And can he have done more than 1,000? I think he almost should have done 4,000. That would have been funny. Like, not funny, but just interesting, kind of trollish. Also, like, considering, like, I think that would have resonated with 4Xers very well on the 4 tip. Like, man, he gave me the 4 bands, like, 4 times it, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe, you know what I mean? Because, but then you also got to remember that when Adam come with an agreement with 4Xers and 4Xers agree to it, that mean they do business across the board. So when we do business straight across the board, I don't owe you nothing after we done business across the board. You ain't telling me, like, we ain't in the contract talking about we gonna do this, that, and the third, and the woo wop, and the benefits, and the everything in the back end. You telling me let's do this, let's do that. Is y'all out here doing it yourselves? When y'all selling people things, whatever that may be, and exchanging things, is you when they get on and 6 months down the line and the TV went out, and is you going to go pay or fix or do whatever the case may be? Or is you keeping things straight across the board? Hey bro, we did this transaction. TV went out 6 months down the line. We didn't talk nothing about no warranty. I gave it to you for a little bit of nothing anyway. Let's keep going. What would y'all do? Y'all gotta start learning how to view things from all perspectives. And at the end of the day, 4X's got the right to do what he want to do, and Adam got the right to do what he want to do. Like as everybody else.
Like, if he was in a position where he just needed cash or whatever, I mean, he could reach out to me. But I don't know. When I saw the GoFundMe, I think the only other time that I've ever given, a large amount of money to a GoFundMe was with T-Rail, when and that was $1,000 too. Like, if I was gonna advance somebody $5,000 or $10,000 because of like emergency hospital bills or whatever, then I probably wouldn't do so through GoFundMe. Yeah. So, I mean, that's part of the problem, is just that, like, everybody's just online talking about shit. And that's part of the thing too, is that when I get like a little bit of a vibe of like, oh, maybe he's not with me, I'm like, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh, he's probably believing random internet.
Yeah, I think people still counting from that $1 million a month rumor days back with COVID. So they're like, nigga, you can hit Elon Musk and get robotic hand.
Take me back to the pandemic. Oh
yeah. You know what the cold part is? It's kind of like a similar situation with King Pill, in the sense that there's people that haven't.
I think it could have been a case of just simple communication, having a real plan, not just some off the wall, like, I'm charging this, that, and the third. Not saying that won't work. Who knows? I don't, if it work, it work. But I'm just saying, have a plan. Yo, Adam, I need this, that, and the third. Let's do this, that, and the third. I got some plans. Trust me. Let's do this, and that. Then you know what I'm saying? Like, do the whole shebang. And then, fulfill your part, have your wins, and then just keep shooting to the top. Just communication.
Been experienced with not only being in the industry, the entertainment industry, but having large sums of cash. Or like if you've been in the industry for a while, you realize how frequent someone's going to come at you like with a play that it's like, oh, 6 figures, you're going to get paid this or that. And how rarely do they come through? Maybe 1 out of 20 of those situations will come to fruition if you're lucky. You know?
I mean, Academics was telling AD&T Rail that he would pay him $200K a month.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so people like, there's going to be a lot of people saying things like that.
Yeah, and he's had like 3 years to offer them.
Now, if Academics got the sauce to where he could pay them $200 a month, then who knows? Academics been in this game for a long time. He probably definitely got a sauce. And he done been on some of these, good networks or whatnot. So he got some drink, some game. Well, who knows what's the truth or what's not, man. But it's working and it's worth something when you see a lot of people doing it. That's all I want to say. But is everybody making thousands? No. Is everybody making hundreds of thousands? No. Is certain people making some hundreds? Yes. Is some people ain't making nada? Yes. It's brackets.
Any amount of money.
It's not happening.
Has yet to happen. Yeah.
But there's like a lack of discernment when you don't have the. That's what I'm saying. Like, so people like there's going to be a lot of people saying things like that.
Yeah, and he's had like 3 years to offer them any amount of money.
It's not happening.
Has yet to happen. Yeah.
But there's like a lack of discernment when you don't have the experience. You don't know how to like differentiate. So I think King Pill took that as like, oh, like this like rich white guy said that I'm about to get.
So BMX 1803 said, "Oh my God, Adam, you had the guy who came to 4Extra's neighborhood with you on the podcast after one of the worst things that ever happened to 4Extra." I mean, we do a weekly podcast with Munchie B, who very much is a 4Extra detractor. King Pill, like, I mean, honestly, besides that one incident, that hasn't been like the primary narrative.
I don't think that could be an excuse because that's Adam whole get down. He up there with you gotta have an op to be up there. You gotta either be on some like borderline street op for real, or you gotta have some content op beef. That's how it's just rocking up there. It's clear as day. And he been doing what he been doing, and he was messing with King Pill when 4Extras got out of jail. So, he doing what he doing. I don't think 4Extras agree with all that stuff and respect all that stuff. But I feel like he can't try to be special. That's the only thing with me. Like, do I have to say Adam is right or wrong every time? No. I just gotta highlight and say, why don't nobody want to just see it for what it actually is? We know what No Jumper campaign be about. And that's what people be acting like they cool. And then they wake up one day and act like they just found out. I don't be in agreeing with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really special. I ain't saw nobody up there yet that ain't been made into content. Whether it might be on the ugly side or more on the more reasonable side. But, it ain't no pics really.
Him, and if anything, he kind of, let's be real, he kind of tucked his tail because everybody got on his case. Like, he saw that things were not going to work out well after he went to 4Extra's neighborhood, because somebody like me, I was supposed to go to his neighborhood with Lush to do that vlog. I was like, nah, I ain't going. I think he saw doors closing in front of him in that moment.
You said the B-lister.
Yeah, but by him pulling up, acting like he was in his neighborhood looking for him, and then, like he said, this happened, and then he see him back over here. You think that got something to do with him? Like, nah, he can't come up here because I'm in here.
It could have something to do with
platforming this weird ass dude acting like he looking for me in the set.
But that could be like, if he don't feel that way, I could very easily see that narrative being kicked in.
For sure. Somebody's just going to tell him that. Yeah.